In 2014, my son was involved in a serious incident and he suffered a brain injury. And then sadly, on the 24th of February 2015, my son Anthony died.
The last thing I ever thought in a million years is that you're going to spend the 6 days in a coma and 19 days in a Swiss intensive care unit.
If I'm honest, I was probably ignorant to what the Benevolent Fund could have done. That's not something I ever thought I'd access, because my situation, to me, was quite unique.
Once Anthony had passed away, his partner refused to let me have his little boy. I decided to seek legal advice to see whether I could have George a little bit more. So we went to court. The solicitor's bill was several £1,000s. I was paying that monthly, £500 a month. And then my sergeant Kay said, hang on, let's see what the Benevolent Fund could do.
I've watched her struggle, I've watched her emotionally struggle, I've watched her go through the court case. So I made a phone call to the Benevolent Fund. Within hours, they had made contact with Carol, they'd agreed to meet her, and from there on it was seamless.
On the 16th of December last year, I had a phone call to say that they would pay the solicitor's bill.
She appeared as though she'd had the weight of the world lifted off her shoulders, and she became a different person.
At the time, my wife was quite seriously ill. She was at the point of almost life and death, without sounding melodramatic. She had one particularly major operation which knocked her off her feet for quite a while, and as a result she couldn't work. And financially we were struggling to make ends meet. I've got 2 young children, so trying to juggle everything at the same time, as well as being a 24/7 police officer, was quite difficult. So they gave us a grant which allowed us to have some work done in the house, an adaptation, an extra bathroom essentially fitted into the house to allow ease of movement for my wife and also for the family to carry on as best we could normally. If I'm honest, without the assistance of the Benevolent Fund, we wouldn't have made the healing process for my wife, myself and my children as easy as it actually was. It was a very traumatic time. I can't thank them enough. It's probably the best decision I ever made now, in hindsight, when I joined the police.
I was snowboarding and skiing in the Swiss Alps. On the 5th day of the 7-day trip, I slid down an ice slope. I went off a 72-metre ravine and got massive injuries on the way down, and lay on the ledge trying to fight for my life to get recovered, with 9 broken ribs, 2 collapsed lungs, my spine broken in 4 places, and I go into a coma for 6 days. The same day of the accident, my wife was given the payment from the Benevolent Fund, which allowed her and her dad to fly over to Geneva. It was a further 25 days before I actually was in a position to go back to the UK. And at no time did I have to pursue a claim form, got to do this much. It really was taken care of. It was like you had somebody in the background who you could trust to do everything you needed, who had your own well-being in mind. One day, I had a life-changing accident. At the time, it was the darkest thing that ever could have happened, but now I have to say there's a lot of positives to it, and it's helped a lot of other people. People say, oh, you've done very well but I haven't done it on my own. I've had massive support along the way. Benevolent Fund have played a huge part. Things would be very different if I hadn't have had that support. I'm hugely grateful for it.
I can't stress enough how much I would recommend joining the Benevolent Fund. For just a small amount, you're not only helping your colleague, you could be helping your children, you could be helping your partner, you could be helping any member of your immediate family. It's a nominal amount and the benefits potentially could be life-changing, so I can't stress enough, make sure you join.